What's going on, guys? Dakota back with another weekly review, weekly recap, where basically I just go through what I did for the week, talk about the positions I put on, how I manage them, and hopefully learn something from it with you guys, right? But I do post every single trade that I place throughout the week in my Discord server, and if you want the link to that, if you want to join that, the link to that is in the description. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with other content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But let's go ahead and get into this. So the first of three positions I want to talk about is EuroJPY. Now, EuroJPY, we actually entered, or I actually entered about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I entered about 2 weeks ago. I believe it was on a Friday. Now, the position right now, or this was when I entered the position, and basically been managing it all this week. The only real change that has happened is just me moving stop loss into profit. So as price is scaling up, my initial target is this high up here. That's where I'm really looking for price to go. And once this high was established and I saw a new low here, I decided once price broke this high here, I would move my stop loss up below this low, and that's exactly what I did. And then when a new high was created, I did the same exact thing, just continued scaling up my SL as new highs were being broken. Now you can see where my SL is on the Discord server. Also here, this is where my stop loss is at the moment. Now if this high does get broken, I will move this up to this level next. And around that area, that's actually where I'm looking for targets to be hit if that high actually does end up being broken. Now, one thing I do want to take into account here is that there were opportunities here, and they look like 1 hour opportunities that I could have taken advantage of. Now, this first setup was actually a setup that I was planning on taking, but it happened overnight, basically while I was asleep, and I can't trade while I'm asleep. So, yeah, so missed that opportunity. And I do market orders for the strategy right now. So no pending orders being set or anything like that to accommodate for it. I had to test that out a lot more and figure out the exact area where I want to put the pending orders to to not have that reoccurring problem, right? But learn it eventually. All right. So that's EJ. The next trade we're going to talk about is GN. Also took this trade this week. Now GN appears that I've deleted it off my chart, but I remember it. So basically what I saw here, I was looking for a correction to form here. And if you know anything about my strategy, you know I look for impulses and corrections. I saw a really nice impulse here, and I saw a correction here. And on the higher time frame, I'm looking for a bullish flag to actually form here. So with that, I'm looking for this correction to form this second leg, and then this third leg to be the move that I actually want to capitalize off of. So once this opportunity came, or once price got to this area, literally on this bullish candle, I entered for a sell, and I was looking for that sell to continue down. Unfortunately, price went into drawdown. And went into drawdown about 50%, or at least got to my 50% mark, and ultimately ended up hitting stop loss. But I closed it at the 50 once it happened, and yeah, that was basically GN trade, right? It was pretty textbook. Now, if you don't know basically the leg formation that I look for, again, on every single live stream, I do live streams on Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go into detail about my strategy, and I get a little bit into this, but ultimately I don't want to share this with you guys so that you can copy me. I want to share it with you guys so that maybe you can have ideas for your own strategy, or come up with some ideas that you want to test on your own. Like maybe I'll give you some ideas to back test and possibly add to your own strategy. But that's GN. Ultimately ended up in loss and closed early at the 50% mark. Let's go to GU, which is the final trade we took for the week. Now GU was actually waiting on this setup for a long time. Found this setup when price was here, and basically I wanted to see where those two legs, like I just talked about, the first leg being here, second leg being here, played out pretty perfectly. There was a 1 hour setup as well, and same thing as EJ. No, not the same thing as EJ. This was my fault, right? I overslept. I overslept by 2 hours, right? So my morning routine, first hour, I work on basically I meditate, read, eat breakfast, drink water, all that type of stuff in the morning, just to get focused, get in the mode. And then at 6 a.m. I go ahead and look at the charts, go through my daily plan, and look for opportunities. And within that time, I'm entering the market if the opportunity comes. Now, this entry actually came around 6:15, which would be a time that I'm supposed to be on the charts and actually looking to enter into the markets. But I didn't wake up till about 7, and I had to come straight down and actually start on this and see if any opportunities came. Now, by the time I got down here, prices already broken out of the 1 hour pattern and actually began to push up. So didn't actually get to capitalize off that move. However, this move here, I was able to enter. Now, right before entering this move for this sell, this short-term sell, if you go back to the last live stream that I did, you'll see the long-term aspect that I'm looking for on this pair. I hesitated, right? And man, I tell you, like, I don't hesitate too often nowadays, and that was something that I really needed to note when it comes to my entries. Because when it comes to my entries, if all the confirmations are there, there's no question, it's just enter. But for some reason, I hesitated on this move and needed to take note of it. Ultimately, I pretty quickly said, hey, all my confirmations are there, I need to enter, so I entered. But that is something to note, and I need to figure out the reason why that may have happened and how I can solve it so it doesn't happen next time. But that is pretty much all the pairs that I did this week, or all the trades that I took this week. Again, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see future videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Monday, 7 a.m. And hope you guys have a good weekend.